Hello there, and thanks again for tuning in for another daily dose of encouragement. Filling in for Phelan, and just wanted to offer you just a few moments of encouragement. Thanks for taking time out of your day. It's never too late to talk about God's Word, and that's part of what I had on the mind. It's never too late to have a message given from God's Word. And what I wanted to look at is a passage from Acts chapter 20. And I think it goes well with the description I put in um, for the title, a life-saving message. It's never too late to have a message from God's Word, late being indicating in the time of the day. If you're watching right now, it may be early or it may be late in the evening. But if you're alive and well, I do hope that you are, you and your loved ones. And let's look at Acts chapter 20, and we're going to read verses 7 through 12. On the first day of the week, when we were gathered together to break bread, Paul began talking to them, intending to leave the next day, and he prolonged his message until midnight. There were many lamps in the upper room when we were gathered together, and there was a young man named Eutychus sitting on the window sill, sinking into a deep sleep. And as Paul kept on talking, he was overcome, Eutychus was, by sleep, and fell down from the third floor and was picked up dead. But Paul went down and fell upon him, and after embracing him, he said, "Do not be troubled, for his life is in him." When he had gone back up and had broken the bread and eaten, he talked with them a long while until daybreak, and then left. Then they took away the boy alive and were greatly comforted. So this was truly a miracle and life-saving message. What I wanted to focus in on was this individual, this boy Eutychus. I'm sure that from now on he was going to pay attention to his surroundings and be careful to, if he is going to be tired, he was no longer probably going to sit in a windowsill or a place that he's going to be in danger potentially if he's tired. I know that I've been tired on a number of occasions, even, I have to be honest, in a worship setting. And that, of course, is not something I'm necessarily proud of. But I am just mentioning that because, well, if I'm in the presence of the word being spoken, I need to be paying attention. I'm hopefully going to be well rested. But this individual was fortunately enough in a scenario where he could be saved physically, and hopefully he could be saved spiritually. And that's what I want to hopefully get a point across of this daily dose of encouragement, which we try to hopefully get across each time, that the saving message is in the gospel. Now, Paul spoke for a long time, and he offered a message of the saving message of the gospel, which is what should always be preached from a man who understands God's word, and it should be the truth. It should be nothing less than God's truth. Now, today, we don't have the miracles like we had, or like there was in at the time of Paul, but there is the saving message of the gospel, and a person can be spiritually saved today. And I hope that we can realize that as long as we have breath in ourselves and that we have life in us physically, then we have the hope of spiritual healing, restoration, and if we're obedient, we have the hope of salvation. And so I hope that you will take into consideration of the importance of when you next time hear the gospel message talked about, and if you have questions, that you'll be willing to ask about them, that you won't, um, so to speak, go to sleep on that message, because I'll admit that when the message of the Lord has been talked about in the past, I have not had the focus that I've needed. So, in essence, I was asleep. And sometimes I can be distracted, and that can very much be like being asleep. So, I want to hopefully encourage you, don't be asleep. Don't fall asleep on the message of the Word, because the message of the Word is the life saving message that we need to hear and that we need to obey. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day, out of your evening, whichever time that it may be. Maybe it's in the middle of the afternoon, whatever time it is. And feel free at any time that you want to reach out to us, that you will consider doing so, because we want to make sure that you understand that we do care about who you are and your relationship with the Lord. And so feel free to reach out to us either on this Facebook page or our website at HalesvilleRDChurchOfChrist.com. May God bless you, take care of yourself, and may you find comfort in the arms of Jesus.